my biddies. How are you? I'm exhausted. We had our big move this weekend. Not obviously not here. Um, 2 days of moving. It's a lot. Slept 10 hours Saturday night. 10 hours. Not straight. I never sleep straight through. If I sleep straight through, there's something wrong. Oh, something wrong. So anyway, um, we're gonna start out with Sister Wives. Yes, I watched it this morning. First of all, Janelle owes Christina's my niece, Christine an apology because she said bragged about having all of the grandkids near her, including Christine's and hers. Yeah, Janelle, apologize to Christine. That was kind of mean. That was kind of mean. Think it, rubbing that in a little bit. Don't do that. That's not nice. That's not nice, Janelle. And you're nice. You're better than that. I expect better from you. And I still did the wrong one. I expect better from you, Janelle. You're a nice person. um, Number two idea: kids are infantilized. Infantilized. I don't know how to talk this morning. Um, a 22-year-old should not be scared of her parents to tell them that she has a boyfriend. Also, Cody, no one needs to ask you if they can date your daughter. That's ridiculous. She's a full grown adult. That's there was bow in her hair, by the way. Like JoJo with the bow. Poor JoJo. That's a whole other rant. JoJo's still figuring herself out, and that's okay. And also, Cody is a hypocrite and a liar because he said he didn't touch Robin before they got married, and that's a lie because we all know that he did. Liar, liar, plans for hire. Can't stand that man. Oh, but he doesn't expect his daughter to even kiss. Come on, be real. They've already kissed. You know they have. You know they have. It's like my nephew was bragging about how his daughters are angels. Like, yeah, they're just not telling you everything, dude. They know better than to tell you. They don't want the fights. They don't want the fights, so they don't tell you. It's much better to have an open relationship where your kids can tell you stuff and you're not going to judge everything they do. I mean, some things are just wrong and you do judge, but most things are not. Having a boyfriend is not wrong. Having a boyfriend at 22 is definitely not wrong. He's a little cowboy. He's probably fine. Or like Cody's like, I forget what the other one was. He did Cowboys and something else that he didn't like, and it was like, dude, have you met Cowboys? They are not the well, they may be womanizers, but not like that. Oh, so let's get into it, I guess. We can get into Reddit reads. I think that's all. I closed it, so it must be all I had to say. We did have a good move. The kids came yesterday when we were moving her into her new place, and they were cute. I got all kinds of compliments about how cute they are. Like, yeah, they're adorable. They're adorable, both of them. The little one's acting shy. He is not shy, and the older one is definitely not shy. So, actually, the little one went around and hugged everybody goodbye, and so did the older one. Even people they hadn't met before, or I guarantee you don't remember meeting before. It was so cute. They're so adorable. First, we have malicious compliance. You want the server down during business hours? You got it. Oh my gosh, there's nothing worse than having your server go down during business hours. I had a company president that would do that all the time. He was also the IT guy. And he would call everybody and tell them the server was going down. And not only that, he wouldn't tell the people in the same building as him. So it'd just be gone. Like everything just went away. What's going on? Oh, I thought I told everybody. Like, no, you never tell us. We're right here. You could literally yell it out your office door and you still don't tell us. So he calls everybody, all the other buildings. It was way fun. Okay. I used to work IT at a mid-sized logistics company. Our warehouse ran 24/7, but the corporate office was open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's a those are long hours. I was responsible for maintaining the internal server that handled everything from payroll to inventory management to shipping labels. One Monday morning, I got an email from a higher up, let's call her Karen, demanding that we take the server offline immediately for scheduled maintenance. Now, I had to schedule that maintenance for Sunday evening, sent out 3 notices, and got no objections. But Karen hadn't read those emails and was now insisting we do it right now during her work hours. I replied, taking the server offline during business hours would temporarily halt the shipping system, inventory, time tracking, and payroll process. Confirmed. Do you like me to proceed? She replied, and I quote, yes, you should be working on my schedule. Get it done now. If you have server maintenance that needs to be done, it should not be done during business hours. All right, malicious compliance time. I looped the warehouse manager and let him know the system would be down per Karen's urgent request. Then I pulled the plug at exactly 10:30 a.m. Oh my gosh. Within 15 minutes, the office was in chaos. No one could clock in or out, print labels, track shipments, or even check inventory levels. Phones were ringing off the hook. The CFO stormed out into my office asking what the hell was going on. I just showed him the email thread. Good for you. Less than 30 minutes later, Karen came into my office, red faced and yelling. I calmly pointed out that she had approved the server downtime in writing despite warnings. I offered to restore access early, but reminded her it would take time to reboot and check for errors from the forced shutdown. Fallout? Oh, yeah. She got dragged into a meeting with the COO and the CTO after that. Don't familiar with CTO. I don't know quite know what CTO is. Somebody knows, let me know. From what I heard, it didn't go well for her. After that, all urgent IT requests for management had to go through a change management process with multiple approvals. Good. I also got a little bonus in my next paycheck for handling the outage with professionalism. Now that's good. I like that. That's excellent. Normalize that. That's a good idea. Sometimes the best way to teach someone why we have procedures is to let them break one once. That's true too. Oh my goodness, why would you do that? Anybody with a brain knows that you don't take servers down during business hours. It's crazy. My husband had an IT issue not too long ago. He they're moving buildings. So he asked in a meeting like months and months and months ago, um, to the IT director, you know what you're doing for the move, right? You got that handled? And he sarcastically answered, "Oh yeah, sure we did. I would never thought of that." Blah blah blah. Comes time for the move. They moved over the weekend. Come Monday morning, they were sending people home because they couldn't get on the servers. It took weeks for them to finally realize that they needed to move the servers to the new building. It's been better since they moved them to the new building. Still not perfect, but better. Angry Squids LS okay. Angry Squid LS okay. I don't know what that means. The crazy thing is she needed to control so much but defied all logical reason. It must be done on my time. But why though? That makes most sense. Glad she got what she deserved. Crow's Feast says, I don't think she got what she deserved. I've seen people fired for costing companies a lot less money. It was practically corporate sabotage, especially with the OP telling her the systems would be affected, that all systems would be affected. Perfect caregiver answers. I worked with an IT department head that would not admit that fixing server issue was beyond their abilities. Oh no. We were down for two weeks. 2 freaking weeks when no invoices could be sent out, expenses couldn't be logged, project updates couldn't be tracked, blueprints and project documents could not be assessed unless somebody, by some miracle, had a local copy, and payroll for 800 people had to be hand done, and the ACH was built in Excel using the previous run as template. It was ridiculous. The CFO finally bought in an outside company who fixed it. And I swear to God, I'm not making this up, in 15 minutes. That was 5 years ago, and he still works there. We did have, an issue where I used to work, same place. Um, when everybody was getting all the attacks, like the hospitals were getting attacked, by cyber criminals and that, and somebody opened an email and it took down all our system for a few days, and we did lose a couple of days of work. So it was a nightmare trying to, um, figure out who paid, because we're constantly putting in payments, constantly charging payments, everything. Who paid, who didn't pay. People come in saying they paid, and they had. But luckily, we had a system for receipts, but that was only a couple days. My husband works at the county, and they were down for a whole week with a Russian cyber attack. A whole week. An entire county's IT down a whole week. And they weren't backing them up properly. So they lost a lot of stuff, payments, etc. What everybody in planning did for the whole week, what everybody in GIS did for the whole week, what everybody in HR did for the whole week. It was bad. It was bad. I don't remember it affecting paychecks, so I think they might have gotten that system up faster than the rest, or it just wasn't effective because they might have been a week that they weren't getting paid anyway. So, but yeah, people weren't getting paid at my old job because their hours were messed up. It was bad. It was so bad. And the phone's ringing off the hook, but not as bad as COVID. COVID said we opened campgrounds during COVID, and we got, I don't even know how many phone calls that day, um, asking when we were going to stop. It's like, give us 24 hours to at least think about what we're doing. It's not even till next week. Calm down. Our system only kept 60 voicemails. You could only see that there were 60. And every time we'd call somebody back and erase the voicemail, another one would pop up in there. It was so bad. It was so bad. And the next one is from Just No Mill. Mill pissed off that she didn't get her birthday wish and didn't tell DH she was going on a cruise. Okay, that's weird. It's very short, though. It's flared success. So I guess that's good. I followed all of your advice and didn't wish, just no Mill, just no mother-in-law a happy birthday. Therefore, did not remind dear husband what day it was, like I have done every year, so he forgot to. Oops. You should remember your mommy's birthday. She was very busy that day. Kind of like how she conveniently forgets mine for the past 12 years. I didn't feel an ounce of guilt for it. Now it's my turn to return that energy. Well, that pissed her off, and she didn't tell DH she left on a cruise. We laughed about it and unspokenly knew exactly why she didn't say a word about leaving. I'm honestly shocked she didn't call him to complain the day of, but I'm expecting her to bash him when she gets back to land. Oops. Yeah, good for you. If your mother in law's forgetting your birthday, why should you remember hers? Honestly. Honestly, I'm very bad at remembering my kid-in-law's birthdays. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I know when one of them is for sure. The other one's like right after that's SO's birthday, so that one's easy. And the last one is a few weeks than that. They're all in the same month. Well, the two are in the same month, so I'm getting better about it. I am getting better. I have to put them in my calendars to remind me. I have to put my husband's in my calendar to remind me. So, and his is on a holiday. He's a groundhog. So, yeah, I try. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect, but I forget didn't even remember my own anniversary this month practically. Or not this month, but this year. I forget my own wedding anniversary. I can't remember yours. Don't even expect me to try. Oh, shoot. I hate it when they do that. Post removed by Reddit filters. Why do they do that? Stop removing them, Reddit. That's not nice. It looked like a good one, too. Sorry, guys. I guess we won't be doing that one. Mother-in-law's from hell. My Mill wants to bring our toddler to her house to see her, but I'm not allowed in the house. Thoughts on this? Yeah, no. She belongs in just no mother-in-law. I had a fight with Mill because my husband got a DUI and got arrested. I called her for help and advice since people in her family have been arrested before, and I'm a foreigner, so I don't know how that works in the USA. Yeah, if you haven't had anybody arrested before, you do not know how that works, even if you are a citizen of the US and always have been. She said it was my problem because I'm his wife and I had to fix it. Said his drinking is my fault because I'm a psycho. I got heated and obviously said stuff back to defend myself. And she didn't like that at all and continued to insult me by calling me lazy for being a stay at home mom, having PPD and PPA. When people are calling you names, it's best not to call names back. Probably guilty of that myself, but it's best not to call my things back. Call them out maybe, but don't like escalate. Try and de-escalate. I said bad comments to her, and of course she got offended. Of course she did. She didn't help at all, and my family ended up helping me get my husband out of jail and paid for anything I needed for our toddler. When he got out of jail, she twisted everything and told him I was mean to her and insulted her. Now she wants us to bring our 2-year-old to her house, but said I'm not welcome. Thoughts on this? So don't take your kid over there. If she wants to act like that. His husband sounds like a loser, though. He sounds like a loser. Like, drop him. Should have dropped him before he had the kid. No. I mean, my kids wouldn't go over there if I wasn't allowed in the house. I'm not gonna, because there's a high risk of parental alienation if you let her have your kid without your presence. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. The whole family sounds messed up. This girl doesn't know how to act with her mother-in-law because she escalates. The husband doesn't know how to act. Don't drink and drive, people. There are ways around that. Call somebody, call an Uber. If you're in an area where taxis, call a taxi. Sit it out till you're not drunk anymore, which is a long time because you've probably been drinking a lot. Don't drink. Don't drink if you're planning on driving. I was offered a drink yesterday. I said I can't do that. I'm driving. I have to drive home. Probably wouldn't have been drunk, but wasn't going to chance it. uh, in r slash traumatize them back. Really, chocolate? Now everyone knows it's flared. Um, I was in a pretty boring training all day session at work. We were stuck in a small conference room with one bright point, a big bowl of chocolate candies. Think fun sized candy bars, Hershey's kisses. When I'm bored, I tend to snack, so I hit the treats pretty hard. Coworker turns to me very judging and says in front of everyone, really? How many chocolates are you gonna eat? I hate people like that. It irritates me to no end. I sat stunned and another coworker said, my grandfather lived to be 95 years old. First coworker, what, eating chocolate? Second worker, nope, minding his own business. Now they sat stunned and didn't mention my chocolate consumption again. Second coworker is the hero here. Second coworker is awesome. He is they. None of this is gendered. They are your friend. Like stick to that person. And Concerto says, second coworker is the real one here. Good job sucking up and shutting that crap down. The brown couch of joy. Well, that sounds like a Duggar reference. That sounds like a Duggar reference to me. The jerk store is running out of that first coworker. Ah, that's so funny. I love Reddit comments. They're excellent. Some of the people on there are very clever. I've also been very clever on there occasionally. The next one is from r/neighbors from hell. My neighbor killed my cat 11 years ago, and I'm still getting back at her. And this is flared a vent rant. We always had a problem with one of our neighbors because our house and yard was higher than theirs. This caused a lot of problems because our neighbor kept berating us when we watered our yard as the water would go down the slope into her yard, killing her trees. Yeah, your trees are not dying because somebody watered their grass. This had been going on for months. We ignored her because we were already planning on moving. Until one day I came home from school and saw my cat lying by the door lifeless. Oh, that's sad. We took her to the vet and they confirmed she was poisoned. The only possible culprit was our neighbor. After we came back home, my mom confronted our neighbor. Our neighbor told my mom, "It's not nice when your things die." Goodness. A cat is a whole different thing than a tree, people. Was a tree her pet? Did it go into her house and did she pet it and feed it real food like that she bought from a store, not plant food? My whole family was distraught. My neighbor thought she would get the last laugh, except I hold grudges and I was an absolutely evil child. That year, I got banned from the tennis courts because a kid hit me with a tennis ball. I chased him around the court swinging my racket at him. One time, my older brother pissed me off, so I slashed his tires. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Don't do that. I also chased my twin brother and smashed his face into the mud because he took my DS. I was evil and unhinged as a child. Always, I was so enraged and spent days trying to come up with a way to get that lady back. I did wait until we moved out because my parents were already fed up with my behavior. Yeah, I would be too, honestly. So I enlisted the help of my friend who owned a dog. One day my mom dropped me off at my friend's house who lived across. I'm assuming they lived across the street. She gave me a bag of her dog's poop, which I spread all over her car while she was spread it all over her door. We ran back to our friend's house and spent the afternoon peeking through the windows to see her reaction. She was absolutely pissed when she went outside. My revenge didn't even end there, though. When I got my license, I started driving by with my brother or friends, and we have been egging her house every Halloween. Don't make enemies, people. Soars with Eagles says, I assumed actual revenge would involve herbicides. My bad. Yeah, I would think so too. That would have been mine. OP answers, I would have, except no person in the right mind would sell that to a 12-year-old. Also, I had no money. Oh, yeah, they should have. Somebody says um, to not bother the trees, essentially. I'm wondering why OP didn't file animal cruelty report for the poisoning of the cat. That's a felony in some states. Northwest Radio says because OP is a minor and sugary. Ah, too bad it's not sugar tree. Said that should have nothing to do with it. Yeah, yeah, minors can report crimes. Their mother should have reported the crime. That's heartbreaking. Poor kitty cat. Didn't deserve that. Wow. Some people are just evil. And no, a little bit of water is not killing your trees, you dolt. Jeez. People, come on. Next, we have our confession. I suggested two of our staff do a project together that I knew would fail, but also pretending that I didn't know they had personal issues. We've both quit. Both of these people are toxic AF, forever complaining about each other despite both being very similar. They pretend they're good friends. I also know from gossip they have both attempted to date the same person from our workplace. They are also two low performers from a high performing company. They will brag about their team despite the fact that they're skating by on others' performances. That's not cool. So I nominated them in managers meeting to work together on pro- on a projecting. It must be project. Must be a autocorrect. I nominated them in a managers meeting to work on a project that will collate evidence of performance, tactics, and results and present them back to the other teams and our management group. They had a project leader. This was a 4-week project. We are in week 3 and both have entered complaints about the other and the leader. Both received feedback on poor work on the project and have huge fight over relationship drama. Yesterday, they were both taken into a mediation meeting. They both decided to walk out. I knew all of this was happening as I worked closely with their department managers and knew they were poor workers, lazy, and toxic. Oh, that's a good way to get rid of people. Yeah, you and you guys are going to do this project, knowing that they won't get along. Step BK says that's some next level 4D chess. You basically sped up what was happening anyway and saved the team a drag. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that I would probably never thought of that. Luckily, I don't have to because I do this instead for fun. Oh, next we have entitled Karens. Karen hopes my wife has a miscarriage. Oh, that's awful. Take 29-week pregnancy wife to hospital because baby hasn't moved all day. That's terrifying. Standing in line to pay valet at 2 a.m. It is just me and a blonde old woman talking with the valet attendant. I stand there quietly for 5 minutes. I exhale a bit hard because I just worked a double shift and I'm waiting for my wife to get an ultrasound at 2 a.m. to see if my unborn child is okay. First urgent care I took her to, the ultrasound was down. The second place, the hospital is literally on fire. Long night. I wasn't even sighing about the wait. Oh my goodness. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. Why was there not more than one ultrasound? Small hospitals? I mean, you could go really far if you could end up driving really far in some places if if you had to go to 3 hospitals, like really far, especially in the South. All those little rural hospitals are closing. Woman whips around asking why I'm sighing. I say I'm just tired and waiting for my pregnant. She interrupts with her husband is dying of pancreatic cancer and I should settle down. I say sorry to hear. She responds with I hope your wife has a miscarriage. Like, dude, that's also a death. You freaking ooh, I'm so mad right now. I walk away to make sure wife isn't visible to the woman so she has isn't attacked verbally as well. I know anger goes with grief, but GD. Still sitting in the ER now listening to a heartbeat on the monitor, stewing about how nasty people can be. Um, I hope your husband suffers a slow, painful death. I don't know. I would never do that. Man, what an evil person. Just because you're going through a hard time doesn't mean other people aren't going through a hard time. And you know your husband's going to pass away. And you know that when you married him, that someday he might pass away before you. When you get pregnant, you don't expect your child. You don't expect to not have your child. So you calm down. Oh, you calm down, lady. Largely inaccurate says, I was looking for a convenient outlet for her anger, and I'm sorry it was you, but your healthy baby is everything. And I can see that you could be a good caretaker for that baby and its mama. Yeah. Somebody from New York City, I assume. Oh, New York City white woman over 50, I think is what it means. Just put your whole life on there, honey. Pretty sure if you punched that hoe in the valley would not see anything, but alas, nasty people get nastier when they feel the world is not listening to their commands. May your wife and baby and you all get home and live happily ever after. And he was wished a happy cake day. On Reddit, you get a cake day on your anniversary of you signing up. It's your cake day. Not your birthday, but your cake day. I love cake days, they're fun. Chocolate Boy Y2K says, I didn't realize suffering was a competition. Exactly. That's what I would have responded with. Oh, I can't believe this lady. Jeez. What a horrible person. What a horrible person. Okay, I think we might have read this one. This is an update from Am I the Jerk? Refusing to give up my inheritance. Let me check this out real quick and see if we've read it or not. We might have. Yeah, we did. Um, Let me find out where. Oops, that's not it. I think we read this last week. Find it. I told you I don't read these things first. Okay, yeah. So if you go back to the episode on the 23rd, which is, let me find it here. I'm going to look weird because I'm actually reading. Content. Episode 16. So if you go back to episode 16, which is last Thursday on the 23rd, you can read the original. Refusing to give up my inheritance to pay for my sister's wedding. I was hoping for an update, so that's cool. So this is an update. Maybe it should go in best of Redditor updates and we'll run into it again. I didn't expect to be writing again so soon, but the last couple of days have been a whirlwind. I've cried, I've screamed into pillows. At one point, I just sat in the dark staring at the ceiling, wondering what the hell happened to my family. After my first post, things with my sister kept escalating. She kept sending me guilt trippy texts, things like, if you really loved me, you'd do this for me, and you're choosing money over your only sister. No, you are. I was holding strong, but it still hurt. Then something came out that I wasn't prepared for. One of my cousins, who's been quietly on my side, told me my sister hasn't exactly been faithful to her fiance. Hmm. At first, I didn't believe it. It sounded too wild, too cruel. But then they showed me messages. My sister has been seeing a man from her job for months, a married man. She apparently told my cousin she's not even sure she wants to marry her fiance, but she's going through with the wedding anyway because everything's always in motion. You can always stop. My brother in law, right up until the day I got married, because we worked together, so I saw him every damn day, kept saying, "You sure? You sure? You can still stop. You can still stop." Right up to the day we got married. And she deserves the spotlight after a hard year. No, no, she does not deserve a spotlight after a hard year. Bitch. Sounds like Amber from sounds like Amber Johnston. It's my year. No, it's not. It's not. No, you don't deserve a spotlight just because you've had a bad year. People have bad I'm having a bad year this year, believe it or not. Worst year of my life, I swear. But you know what? I don't deserve a spotlight for it. I don't need a spotlight for it. This is my spotlight right here. I felt like I'd been punched, not because I care about her fiance that much. We've never been close, but it shattered the last bit of moral ground she had to stand on. She's been calling me selfish, manipulative, greedy, all while living a double life. Here's the part that broke me. My mom knows. I'm sorry, what? She admitted it when I confronted her last night. She said she walked in on my sister late at night, whispering on the phone. When she pushed her, my sister confessed. Mom's exact words to me were, she needs to get it out of her system. Once she's married, she'll settle down. Don't ruin this for her. She can, no, no. She don't get no money. No money for people who act like that. I don't even know who my mother is anymore. The woman who raised me believed in honesty and integrity and is now telling me to keep quiet while my sister destroys her relationship and another family's marriage. Also, we can have a happy event to cover for the grief of losing dad. And here's the kicker. My sister's still hammering me for money. Still saying dad would want me to share. Still threatening to cut me out of her life completely. She has no idea what I know what she's doing. Part of me wants to out her, tell her fiance, tell the whole damn family, throw the truth like a grenade and walk away. Another part of me is exhausted. I already spent years holding my dad's hand in hospitals while everyone else lived their lives. Do I really want to take on this burden too? For now, I've decided to step back. I'm not going to her wedding, invite or no invite. I won't be there. That's fine. It's an invite, not a summons. You're free to do what you want to do, hon. I took more out of my inheritance and paid down my student loans today, and I cried when I saw my balance shrink. Not out of guilt this time, but relief, because Dad left me that money so I could finally breathe. My sister might never forgive me, my mom might never understand me, and maybe I'll be painted as the villain for the rest of my life. But at least I know deep down I'm not the one lying to everyone. I just wish Dad was still here. He'd cut through all this noise in 5 seconds flat. Unfortunately, if Dad was still there, he wouldn't be going through this. Oh, no. You need to talk to your sister and say, listen, I know what's going on. And if you don't tell your fiance, I will. Because the fiance does not deserve this. Does not deserve this. Poor guy. He's just going to have a wedding for her to divorce him in 5 seconds. All because she's grieving over the loss of dad. It's ridiculous. No, no, girl, you're stand your ground. Stand your ground. Your mom might come around eventually because she's going to be a victim eventually of it too. So she may still come around. And if she doesn't, who needs a mom like that? Wow. No. No, you're good, hon. You're good. You're doing well. Go to therapy. Get some therapy if you need. If you can't justify it on your own, get some therapy. And then we had Best of Redditor updates, and hopefully it's not the same thing. It's not. So Best of Redditor updates. My boyfriend stole my MTG Beta Black Lotus card. Don't even know what that is. The original post. What's the trigger warning? No, nothing big. Original post September 1st, 2015. So this is pretty old. I'm on mobile, so sorry for the format. I'm so distraught. My boyfriend will call him Shane. Stole my Black Lotus beta card. For those who don't know, this card is worth 200 or 200. Now, for those who don't know, this card is worth $20,000 right now. I was never planning to sell it. Got it I got it get from oh, okay. I got it from my mom. I cannot speak today. I'm really tired. I got up way too early too. Didn't sleep 10 hours last night. Probably could have used it. I got it from my mom for a birthday present when I first started playing Magic. Oh, it's a MTG is Magic the Gathering. Okay, I get it now. Some kind of card for Magic the Gathering. My mom has passed now, and that's one of the things I treasure from her. I don't know what to do. I'm very upset he won't tell me where he sold it so I could get it back. Please give some advice. Thank you. Call the police. Call the police. Edit the price. I forgot the dollar sign. Sorry, I was a little distraught when I typed this. I think everybody knows that you meant to put a dollar sign there. Nobody should have been complaining about this. Not worth 20K. You can get it for a lot less on eBay unless you got it graded. OOP. It's a beta Black Lotus. It's in mint condition. Has been in glass case since I got it. Slasher says, do you remember what was graded? Oh, and that first one was downvoted. Do you remember what it was graded? OOP, never mind. Slasher, the card was the card ever submitted for formal grading by BSG or another grading company like this one? Because if it has and the grade is 9 or higher, it is the card. Could be worth even more than 20,000. Yes, and it was an 8. Lord Alamo said, if you don't have any major ties to the guy, dump him if he doesn't give you back or the 20K. Edit. You can't be with a guy who steals from you. He might not know it costs 100 or 20,000, but stealing is never okay. See, I knew exactly what this guy meant, and he did not use dollar signs. Based on the cause of Sui says based on the OP, she's playing magic. Based on the OP, she's been playing Magic for years, maybe decades. Most players will have thousands or even tens of thousands of cards after playing that long. Therefore, it's no way he didn't know its worth, or else he wouldn't have chosen that particular card to sell. OOP. He could have taken any of my mythic rares, but he chose that one. My collection without my Black Lotus is probably worth at least 40K. Lots of foil cards. I don't know anything about these cards. I had no idea they were worth that kind of money. That's crazy. A deleted commenter said, how much did he sell it for and what happened to the money? OOP, 15K, and I don't know what happened to the money. He won't tell me. Oh, he needs to tell you. When asked if the money went to drugs, she says, yes, I'm pretty sure he's back into drugs again. Editor's note. I did a quick Google search and while prices vary using OOP specs, I found a black Lotus Beta card currently for $42,500. So it's worth a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Jeez. OOP updated next day, September 2nd, 2015, same post. I went to the police station last night, computer in hand, and told them that my car was stolen. They had a hard time believing that my card cost so much, so I showed them. They said they would look into it. Then they called my renter's insurance and said I would get my money back. I finally found out sold the card to, and I called the shop and told them it was stolen. There was so much arguing to get the card back, I had to go down there. I got my card back after telling them I was going to call the police and have them arrested for having stolen property. Good for you. They cooperated and gave it back. As for the boyfriend, he is an ex now. I packed up all his crap and left it outside and changed the locks. As far as I know, his mother came to get his stuff. So thank you for the advice, Reddit. You helped me out tons. Oh, I'm so glad she got that card back. Because not only is it worth a lot of money, it's also sentimental. And because her mom gave it to her. So, I mean, just having the card itself, having the money is like, okay, I get the money back. That's fine. I'm good. But having something from your mom is sentimental. Hi, Lauren, baby. Hi, Sarah. My two girls. Or two of my girls. I have a third one too. All right. Chaos said they're glad they managed to get the physical card back since it had some. Yes. Loverly one says that may be the best Baru ending ever, and it had everything and a satisfying ending. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh, I'm so glad they got that card back. That boyfriend though, man, Shane needs to go. I'm glad she kicked him to the curb. This is from Retail Hell. You had a Father's Day sale going on, but now it's over. What happened? And it's flared. What a moron. It effing ended because Father's Day was 3 effing weeks ago, you effing idiot. Sales end, dude. What's so confusing about that? Every time I'm asked this dumb question, I think this is a stupid question ever. No one will ever top that, but I'm constantly proving wrong. Celestial Empress. Ooh, she's fancy. The other day, a lady ignored every employee to wander around the store for 20 minutes staring at her phone. Finally, she flagged me down, shoved her phone in my face, and asked me where the 50% false sale was that she just got an email about. So I looked at the phone and realized this was an email they sent to her for October of 2022. She just searched our company in her inbox and somehow only noticed this one that was almost 3 years old. And yes, of course, she wanted to know if we'd do the sale for her. Come on, people, get real. Get real. Who am I? Just no throw. Answered. Even the October part pisses me off. If it was the current year, it's not October yet. I hate when they clearly know something is supposed to happen and act all confused when they come outside that time. I had a guy come in one morning saying he lost his wallet in the parking lot the night before. I looked and told him one hadn't been turned in. He says, the guy last night said the boss can look at the video and he'd be here at 9 a.m. It was 8:30 a.m. On top of him coming in too early, he had to be lying. My boss doesn't come in until 11 most days. Sometimes it's 10, but not normally. He did come in at 10:30 that day. He told me if the guy comes back to tell him he can't access it on his phone. He can't access it on his phone, sorry. Oh, shoot. Am I gone, girls? Because it says it's reconnecting. I'm assuming no answer means yes, I'm gone. Why is it doing this to me? Oh, am I back? Because the warning's gone away. Yeah, it buffered. It told me it was buffering. It told me it was buffering. I was trying to ask you guys. Okay. I don't know if he did look or not. He can access it on his phone. The guy didn't come back until like 2 p.m. I was happy I didn't have to deal with him because he argued with my night shift guy that he had to be able to see something. But even if we did catch what happened, we couldn't tell him much. There's too much liability. Wow. Um, that's crazy. Yeah. So why did the boss tell me he's gonna be in at 9 anyway? That's kind of weird. That hurts. Too much moving. She took too much stuff too. There's just so much stuff. I don't know where she gonna put it all. Get rid of that. Okay. Oops, I might have gotten rid of one. I don't know. How I put that one up 3 times. How did I do that? Okay. Our next read is from True Off My Chest: How I Became the World's Worst Wife in 2024. This is really long. You know what? I think I'm going to go get something to drink because I forgot to bring it in with me. I will be right back, and you can check out my books on my bookshelf because they're very boring. All right, I'm back. Hopefully that'll last. It's very empty. Um, Being quite productive today. I got the dishes going. I got the dry. It's only what time is it? Not quite 11. All right, we will start this over. So, True Off My Chest: How I Became the World's Worst Wife in 2024. I am the winner of the World's Worst Wife of 2024. The grand prize was a divorce and a home in the gleaming Worst Wife Winner's Glass Mansion. My ex husband nominated me for this award in 2024. I avoided sex at all costs. I despised when he wanted me to cook. But I seconded his nomination because there was a time when I lived to do all those things. This is weird. I got off work before him. I used to wait by the door, ready to open it and greet him with a great hug and kiss. If I have a bonus episode, I got something I'm gonna read. That's a bonus episode thing. I was often shooed away. My hug. I'm tired leaving me alone, type of thing. After 7 years of it, I stopped coming to the door altogether, and he wondered why. I had a breast reduction because my back hurt, and I also because I wanted to wear clothes that fit. Oh, I can relate to that. The scars were healing beautifully, and I was so excited because I could finally find lingerie that fit. Much to the chagrin of my ex husband's eyes, I was a heavier woman then. But I was excited to be a sexy wife for my husband, and I put on new lingerie and I wanted to show him how well it was healing. He looked at me and said, "I'm not paying another red dime to that doctor. You look disgusting." I thought the surgery was supposed to remove fat, not leaving it to and add effing scars to the concrete mix. Oh my, what a